Hey, what is up, guys? In this video I will be reviewing the TLC Tables, Ladders, and Chairs 2012 pay-per-view. Just went off the air, and I gotta tell you guys, it was a good show. um, I mean, there was certainly, the low points, a lot of filler stuff that, didn't really need to be on the card, but we're gonna run this show down, give you my thoughts. We opened the show with the Rey Mysterio Sin Cara versus Rhodes Scholars match. I thought this was a real good match. This is like one of the first matches I've seen Mysterio and Sin Cara tag together, and they really are a solid tag team. I really like what they're doing. Rhodes Scholars was awesome as usual, but to me, I mean, I thought these two clicked really well. I don't think I mean, I would love to see a rematch. These teams just did a real good job with the tables match that they had, and I really like the finish. Basically, Sin Cara and Mysterio were dominating the match, and Sin Cara is going for a springboard, something onto Damian Sandow, but out of nowhere, Cody Rhodes comes into the ring, kicks Sin Cara just as he's about to, fly off the rope, and he goes flying outside into tables. So Rhodes Scholars wins. They're the new #1 contenders. I thought that finish was really awesome. Came out of nowhere. It was just really good stuff. Really unique. So I thought that, but the match itself was good. 3.25 star. Good stuff to kick off the show. We had a Shield video segment, just building up the match later on the night. Antonio Cesaro versus R-Truth for the United States title. I'm a big Antonio Cesaro fan, but you know what? I have yet to really be impressed by one of his matches, and I really have to come down on him for this one. I mean, there was a point where he had a rest hold in, a headlock for a good at least a minute and a half. It just really dragged on. He was waiting for the crowd to have R-Truth make the comeback, but nobody really cared. So that was brutal. But I mean, the match didn't go long. Cesaro won clean with the neutralizer. It was whatever. I gave it a 1.5 stars. It just wasn't a good match at all. Not impressed with Cesaro. And then he cuts a promo afterwards, which is the same stuff, about America and everything like that. Then we had Josh Matthews interviewing Dolph Ziggler, hyping up his match later on the night. He said something like, after tonight everything changes, which nothing changed, of course, but whatever. MITB segment, why this? I mean, it does play into something later on the night, but you know what? It's how many times are we going to see this MITB segment every week? And they put it on a pay-per-view. It just, I don't know. I hate Miz. I hate MITB. I hate everything about what Miz does. And this was just brutal. His guests were 3MB. They're a bunch of jabronis. Jinder Mahal looks like a dork with the head thing that he has on, and he's still being a rock star. It's just ridiculous. Basically, 3MB goes to, I guess they heard something from the Spanish announce table they didn't like, so they go over there and start beating up on the guys, and then here comes Ricardo Rodriguez, and now they're starting to attack him, and then out comes Alberto Del Rio to make the save. So I guess that was Del Rio's face turn that was rumored for a week or two. So there you go. And then 3MB challenged Miz and Alberto to find a tag team partner later on the night for a 6-man tag. Whatever. Kane and Daniel Bryan segment, nothing really of any significance. Wade Barrett interview, again, nothing, hyping up the match that he had with Kofi, which was next. Kofi Kingston versus Wade Barrett for the Intercontinental title. This was an alright match. I have nothing much to say about this. It was just, I don't know, it's a Kofi match, you know? It's like he gets beat up on, makes his comeback, does the boom boom, and, you know, that's it. But Kingston retained with the Trouble in Paradise. You know, it was a match. That's all I can say. 2 3/4 star. I mean, it was borderline good, but still there was something missing there for me. Punk and Heyman. Punk was in one of the skyboxes with Paul and just cuts a promo on Ryback and everything like that. Buries Brooklyn and Staten Island and, you know, whatever. So yeah, just talks about his title reign too. Nothing too special there. But then we have the TLC match, The Shield versus Ryback and Team Hell No. Personally, it's a damn shame that this wasn't the main event because it was by far the match of the night. It was just amazing. I mean, this was going into this match, I thought it was going to be really special, but this was just awesome. It was great. Something about this, it was just like, this was one hell of a debut for in-ring debut for the Shield. I mean, they looked strong in this match. The thing I liked the most was they picked apart each guy of their opponents one at a time. So it's not like they were fighting Kane and Daniel Bryan at the same time. They were picking apart each one, which I just made so much sense. And of course they took out Ryback first because he's, you know, the biggest threat. So I mean, just great storytelling there, and just really brutal stuff. Chairs, tables, ladders. You know, well, it's a TLC match, of course, but just the way it was used, this was just like one of those unique matches. It kind of reminded me of Brock and Cena from earlier this year at Extreme Rules. It's just something about it was really unique, and I just really loved this match. Basically, they put Ryback on a table by the stage, and there's this huge ladder. So Seth Rollins starts climbing up, and then the other two guys, Ambrose and Reigns, go back to the ring to try to get a pinfall on somebody. They took out Kane. Roman Reigns speared him through the barricade, so he was done, and then they just piled a bunch of shit on him so they wouldn't get up. So it was basically Daniel Bryan alone. But meanwhile, towards the stage, we had Rollins climbing up, but then Ryback gets off the table and chases him up the ladder, and Ryback just like pushes Rollins off the ladder into like a whole stack of tables. Rollins like hit the back of his head on one of the tables. Looked really brutal, but it was so awesome. And then back in the ring, they took care. Reigns and Ambrose took care of Daniel Bryan. Powerbomb through the table, and that was it. So the Shield gets the victory. Good job there. I mean, Shield really needed to win their first match. Good stuff. And like I said, guys, this was just a tremendous match. 4 1/4 star from me. I just thought it was awesome. Eve, and go out of your way to find this match. I mean, it's not going to disappoint. It was really, really good. Like, really good. Alright, so Eve Torres versus Naomi. Naomi won the Battle Royal before the show started. She got a title shot. And Naomi looked good, but Eve Torres got the win. She retained. Gave this a 1.5 stars, you know, whatever. And then we had Big Show versus Sheamus chairs match for the World Heavyweight Championship. And before this, Big Show was interviewed by Stryker, whatever. I was pretty bored with this match. I didn't think this match was very good. It started picking up a little bit towards the end. I liked what they were doing. There was one spot where Sheamus had like 2 chairs connected, and he did the white noise on Big Show through them, so that was pretty cool. I thought that was going to be the finish. But in the end, Big Show like goes under the ring, gets a massive chair. Like, this is the biggest chair you're ever going to see in your life. And he hits Sheamus with it on the back, and he gets the win. You know, a decent match, 2.5 stars, but it just, I don't know, it just didn't do anything for me. You know, it was a world title match, but, you know, whatever. John Cena and AJ segment, basically just talking about the match. We move on to 3MB versus Del Rio, The Miz, and a mystery partner, and that mystery partner was Brooklyn Brawler, because WWE this pay-per-view was in Brooklyn, New York, at the new Barclays Center. This match sucked. Plain and simple, this match sucked. Of course, Brawler got the pin. I think it was on Jinder Mahal. But 3/4 star. It just wasn't very good at all. But then we had the main event: Ziggler versus Cena, Money in the Bank. Briefcase is on the line in a ladder match. This was a very good main event. Dragged a little bit. I thought it went a little bit too long, but they did some good stuff here. You know, of course, Brooklyn was so anti-Cena, and they were really behind Dolph Ziggler. I mean, the crowd all night was pretty good. For a New York crowd, I mean, it was pretty good. But, you know, basically, like, they were just doing good stuff, you know, nothing over the top. They used some tables, nothing, you know, extraordinary like you saw in the TLC match. But basically, Vicky comes down, tries to interfere, and then AJ follows, does like Cena's 5 moves of doom, actually 4 moves of doom. She did the 2 shoulder blocks, and then whatever he does next, and then the 5 knuckle shuffle. So then Cena starts climbing up, and she's skipping around, and then she knocks over the ladder, turning on John Cena. Ziggler goes up. Ziggler super kicks him as Cena comes off the ropes from hitting his, like, getting his, you know, how they fall off the ladder, and they, you know, their neck gets all caught up, and then turns around. Dolph Ziggler super kicks him, goes up the ladder, and gets the briefcase again. So, you know, I mean, there was nothing great about this match, in my opinion, but it was a very good main event. You know, it was fine. It was really good. Still, I thought the TLC match should have went on last. You know, they basically built that whole go-home show, that whole, when it went off the air, I mean, it was all about the TLC guys. And, you know, going into this match, Cena pinned Ziggler twice clean in a row in 2 weeks. So it just didn't make sense to me why this was the main event, but I guess they just wanted to have AJ turn. That was the big angle on this pay-per-view. You know, whatever. But the match itself, 3.5 stars. Very good stuff. An overall 7.5 out of 10. This was a good show from WWE. You know, it had a lot of crap on it, in my opinion. Some filler stuff, but in the end, I thought it was a 3-match show. The opener, Mysterio and Cara versus Rhodes Scholars. The TLC match, guys, you have to go out of your way to see that because it's truly amazing. And Cena versus Dolph Ziggler, the main event. That was a very good match. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought of this pay-per-view in the comments. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later.